Okay. Hello, G-Man. Today I'm going to be your counselor. Feel free to say anything that you want. Everything that you talk to me in here will be um, in discretion.
Mm, so, uh, so most of the problems I have on my mind is related to school, and so actually I think I'm quite coping well with school. So everyone's nice, and I like the courses that I take, but more deep inside, I'm not sure about my relationships with my friends. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the Korean population in this school is really large, and so I think because of that, Koreans have a tendency to hang out with themselves and not uh, create more local friends, and so I do have quite a few Korean friends, and I actually have a friend who came from the same high school as me,
Okay.
and so that's nice. But often I feel like I'm not really uh, creating a very deep relationship with the local students. And actually, for me, the point of uh, coming to a school other than my home country is to make is to meet new people from other countries and to create relationships with them. And so uh yeah, and so that's one of my concerns. And also I found that some of the local people, they're also very reluctant in creating a relationship with foreigners, and maybe it's because of the language barrier, because they seem to be more comfortable using Cantonese when they speak with their friends, and also when I speak with them, we need to use English, and for them, English isn't their native language, and for me, English isn't my native language as well. And so I think that there is some kind of difficulty when communicating, uh, yeah, among us, and so that is one of my concerns. So actually, I think that I'm not a very sociable and very outgoing person, and so I often just prefer just being quiet and just hanging out with a few friends. And so, but but after I came to this school, I often find myself so when I hang out with Hong Kong people, I find myself being more outgoing because I have this really because I feel this need to be more to create more closer relationships with them, and if I don't take this outgoing role, then they won't feel the need to be close with me, and something like that.
So it sounds
Yeah.
like you're a little pressured. So even though you're very comfortable in your own zone with your Korean friends, you want to do it. So you have like the urge, and you have the will to do it. So you would just want to branch out into like the local culture. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And what moves have you made so far to do that?
Uh, so, uh, so before I came to the school, there was some kind of orientation among the Koreans, and that was organized by the seniors of the Korean community in the school. And so, when they were talking about school clubs and stuff like that, they said that, oh, I wouldn't recommend you guys going into university clubs because they're mostly led by Hong Kong people, and because of that, they mostly use Cantonese, and you may feel some difficulty hanging out with them. And so, but actually, that was the point of me coming to this school. So I just ignored that, and I went into a university club. I joined the kendo club here, and so because I used to play kendo back in Korea, and actually, I found myself that I am the only one who can't speak Cantonese, and so because of that, I always need to have someone next to me who keeps translating stuff. And sometimes I feel like I'm sort of a nuisance to them, uh, but I think that I I am in quite friendly terms with some of the members, and yeah, I think that's a positive.
So why do you feel like a nuisance? I mean, you're making friends in the Kendall Club, and you're pretty okay ties with some of them. Why do you feel like sort of a burden? Is that a good word for it?
Because if I weren't there, then they could just feel comfortable using Cantonese among themselves. But I can feel that they are constantly being aware of my presence, and they try to use English when possible, and I also feel that that kind of language barrier is especially very not very useful and when you're playing sports, because when they're teaching some kind of some movement in kendo, they will have to speak Cantonese because they can't effectively convey that movement in English, because that isn't their native language. And so, but if they're explaining in Cantonese and someone's translating next to me, then in that case, then I won't be able to fully understand that movement, because that is like the explanation going through to how do you say this, like
it's not in depth.
Yeah,
like it's not cohesive understanding.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand that. I mean, being an exchange student as well, like English being my native language, it's hard to understand them because their English is not as far to me, and also I understand Cantonese and I do speak Cantonese, but there's definitely a marginalization between exchange students and the local culture here, because local students are just so proud to be Hong Kong, and it's a very interesting culture. I live in a hall, so I definitely understand where you're coming from with your whole Kendall Club thing. But from what I'm seeing, I feel like your presence in the Kendall Club is encouraging them to use English. They're just so comfortable here using their own language that because of your presence, because that you're there, you're actively using your language skills, and so are they. So do you feel like this, if you look at it from this perspective, do you think it's more positive than negative, even though, inside you feel a little like a burden?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So, are you still pursuing, being active in the Kendall Club?
Yeah, I am. I'm going there every week.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And so you have decent friends in there. That's good. That's good. Are there any friends that you have other, complications with? I know you said you have, kind of discrepancy with the local students, but what about your friends in the Korean community?
They're all fine. Yeah, they're all nice, and I think we get along with each other pretty well.
Okay. So you're pretty content with your situation within the Korean community. And I think you mentioned something about your academics.
Oh yeah. So my academics.
No, it sounds like you're very disappointed.
Actually, with my current academic state, so I have received some quiz grades and stuff like that, and I don't feel like they're that bad, but actually I really wanted to get a scholarship in next year or something, but because so it's not like my parents are really poor and I desperately need a scholarship. It's not like that, but but I feel like but when I look at my friends back in Korea, and some of them do have those kind of financial problems, their parents do, and so when I look at that, so I feel like my parents would also have some kind of difficulties when they are preparing for my what do you call it, the university fees and stuff like that, because they promised me that they will give me economic support before I graduate, and so in that part I really feel sorry for them, because I know that some families give
like-
their kids absolute independence after they go into universities, and so that's the part I really feel sorry for them. And so I think that if I'm able to get a scholarship, then that will kind of show some of my gratitude towards them, and so I really wanted that. But but some of my my results from some of the courses aren't really that satisfactory, so that's the concern.
Well, it sounds like your grades are satisfactory, just not to the par of your expectations so much. Am I correct? Yeah. Well, I mean, is the scholarship over? Did you apply for it?
No, not yet. I don't think I can apply yet because I am a freshman still.
So you have to wait till next year. Oh, but it depends on the grades currently. Oh, okay. I think you honestly think you'll be fine. I mean, for the scholarships, is it just purely academics, or does it include like a backstory, or like a self, not letter, but like a essay?
So I think that it depends on what scholarship that I apply to, but from the research that I have done recently, I think that it's very difficult for foreign students like me to get a scholarship, and so the most probably effective way is to get good grades. So.
Well, are you taking any steps to kind of mend those grades? Because you still have next semester. It's just not, like this semester is not definitive of who you are as a person, who you are as a student. So are you, right now I know we're in the middle of preparing for finals. Are you taking any extra steps?
So actually there's one particular course that I'm really struggling with, and it's
what course is that?
It's a humanities common core course, and it's called Music and the Human Body. And actually I'm not a music person, and I'm not a biology person, so I honestly don't know why I chose that course.
So
And
these are like your two core weaknesses put together.
Yeah. And the course is also, I feel like it's really abstract, and so we need to write 3 reports in total for that. And for the first report, I thought that I wrote it pretty well, but then when I got the results, it was devastating.
Good.
Yeah, and so and so I recently handed in the second report, and I need to see what result I get for that, and that I think will.
Did you go to your TA or your professor for feedback when you're?
Oh yeah, I went to the tutor for feedback, and and it was her comments were helpful, but I'm not sure if I could reflect all of those comments into my future reports. So.
It's hard to kind of apply everything, I understand, especially for different like situations or papers like that. Yeah, well, for after this paper, will you go back to your TA, or do you think you'll just keep on plowing in? Because it sounds like your academic like agenda is pretty much self-reliant, so you kind of rely on yourself, and even though you try to go for help, it doesn't seem to always like help you in a way.
So I don't know, maybe it depends on when the grades will come out, because if the grades come out like on the first week of December, then I'm not sure if I will have time to go back to the tutor and ask for more feedback, because I'm going to be really busy that week, and so I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's a common trend that I've noticed too. I don't know any of my grades. I don't know how I'm doing in a lot of my classes, because they don't tell us immediately, and it's like, so where do I stand? Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? Is that how you're kind of feeling right now? Like, are you in this space of you think you like kind of don't know? Like you've only had one like genuine feedback, so
maybe.
Okay. Well, aside from academic pressures, not only just letting your parents down, but letting yourself down. This is what I've concluded. You kind of let yourself down but you're still academically on par. It's not that, you know, you're bad at anything, you're doing fine in Hong Kong U. You just have very high expectations for yourself. Yeah. Aside from that, do you think you're doing academically well? Well enough to, you know,
okay.
just floating above water. Yes. Okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to discuss today?
No.
No. Well, then good luck on your tests.
Thank you.